All right, we're recording.
Right.
And I'm going to take them on camera, and then we'll make fun of them. All right?
Okay.
Is that the rules?
Yes.
There they go. This is going to be a fun show, Mike.
I think so.
It's going to be entertaining, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
You doing all right? You got anything to open up the show?
I did. I forgot what it was.
Well, you got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start talking. Maybe you'll remember.
I had some. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
And now for something special. The unit is self-contained with its own saddler, farrier, wheelwright and so on. It's a rigorous training dished out who know all there is to know about horses, and it brings results.
We take you behind the scenes now to show just some of the interesting aspects of this training.
Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine, the award-winning #1 podcast to create saddle horses from the ground up. Mike Stine is a registered journeyman farrier with an APF1 accreditation. On this week's show, we have double your pleasure and double the trouble. We have a world-renowned farrier, Danny Dunson, joining us, and also DVM, Mark Wooten's going to be joining us. We're going to determine how fascist... I'm going to skip all that. But anyways, we're going to have a big show with these two guys on the program.
These
with
guys are repeats, and
yeah.
we'll have a good time with them.
So we're going to have a good time with them, and everyone's going to have fun will be had by all. And over to my far hand side is Mike Stine. How are you?
I'm doing good, Travis. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. And by the way, speaking of how fun was had by all, Mike, we missed you this past week.
I know that. We had some kind of a party.
We had the big holiday party for the podcast and everything, and all the horsey friends are out there, and fellowship and fun and drinks were had by all. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So we had a good time. So we missed you. Your name was asked, good and bad.
Good and bad.
Mostly bad.
Mostly bad. I believe that.
I'm kidding.
That.
Bad because everyone missed you at the party there. Yeah, they were like going, "Where's Mike? Where's Mike?" And then a lot of people were like going, "I'm glad you're here and not him."
Exactly.
I'm kidding, Mike. I kid. That's what I do, and that's what we do here on the show. So, Mike, what have you been up to?
I've been rolling down the road pretty steady since I saw you last. Because that's what I always do. And got horses coming in from up north. It's always changing. I got horses that are going to be running back and forth between here and Aiken. And I'll probably end up down at Aiken some this winter.
Now, you were saying something about in the beginning of the show that there's a lot of times where you travel places, and I say travel places, like there's places that you go. I didn't realize how far away you go from your focal home point here, and people put you up in barns. Do you
put me in a spare stall?
I was going to say, do you get like a spare stall that you stay in?
If I'm lucky, I get a horse blanket.
But I mean, I guess, is there no one else? Not that anyone, they don't want you to be there because you're the farrier and your experience, and we have to have the Mike Stine out here. But I didn't realize that a lot of people actually put you up in if they have a spare room or a spare, like an outbuilding or something like that that's got a bedroom and I'm hoping a bathroom and a shower or something, that you go that far to where you actually spend the night at places.
I never take a shower but once a week right before I come see you, so that doesn't matter.
Get home, they hose you off. But I didn't realize that. So, I mean, is that a common thing with farriers, or is this something you just go, you know what, I will do this because I'm dealing with special needs horses outside of the realm of what I'm doing?
When I'm on the road, it's either something special needs or competitive horses, and primarily 3-day eventers. I do some dressage horses on the road. And I don't travel like I used to because I'm staying within North and South Carolina at this point.
But still, I mean, they're not small states.
Not exactly, and I kind of split the middle, so it's not that bad of a deal. When I was doing racehorse work, I was flying on a regular basis, and for that short stint of doing that. And I've flown for some other work that was not racehorse work, which was actually dressage horse, that I've done.
So a common practice, because I know we were talking about a friend of ours that has a horse, and she's kind of moved a little bit further out of your range as far as where your money will pay for anything, right, Mike? I mean, if you want to go anywhere, the money talks and the other thing walks, right? I mean, but some people are willing to bring their horses to you. Now you don't.
Sometimes, yes.
But you don't have a facility where you work out of.
I used to have them haul in at the house. But I decided I would rather not have them haul in the house.
Well, I mean, there's got to be a liability thing for.
Well, there's a liability thing, but we're good on that. And most of the time, last several years, when I've had people haul to me, it's some specialty case, And, it's like I'm not diving into it without an x-ray, so I have them meet me over at the vet clinic.
Okay.
Or at Greenock.
And they're
I've
okay.
been going back and forth with them for years.
So I guess, assumably, if someone wanted to meet you and they were outside of the scheme of things, and you didn't want to travel that far, and they were willing to bring the horse to you, I guess a Greenock, would be a great place for you guys to meet.
It is, and they got X-rays, they got the text, they got whatever we need, and they'll back me up. And when they're slam busy, I've had people call them. Well, they said they're not taking on anybody. I said, let me call them. They said they'd take us on, but I've worked back and forth with them for years.
But what if I'm in like Virginia?
What if you're in Virginia?
Okay, I'm in Virginia.
You are?
Hi, I'm in Virginia.
Yep.
And I call Mike Stine, and I'm like, hey, Flea Biscuit out here needs shoes done. Can you come out here and look at it? What's the steps? Would you say, okay, first send me x-rays or send me videos or send me pictures? Of course, you can't determine that the pictures and the video is going to be correct.
No. And first we would have to have some discussion.
Okay.
And we'd have to have a few, figure out where we stand on the things between each other, because I get calls like that. And, I had a woman not too long ago call me. Horse had some needs. A friend of mine had worked on the horse. Horse was not anywhere near him at this point, and they were having some problems flare up. And then she started talking about what it cost, and I'm like, you got to realize, if I come down and do your horse, bring my rig in and do that, we can do this, but you ate the day. And if you buy the day, we can do it.
Right.
And she's like, well, the farrier down here will only charge $80. I'm like, well, then, so that's what they pay here. And I'm like, that's fine. Then you can do that.
It's kind of like being the Beverly Hills doctor compared to the Virginia backwoods doctor, type deal. Of course, You're going to pay more for the Beverly Hills doctor because of all his knowledge and where he comes from, and not that Beverly Hills doctors
I don't live in Beverly Hills.
I know, but I'm just saying,
I live more Beverly Hillbillies.
But there's, you're a specialty farrier, and everyone at some point that would strive.
All farriers are special.
Well, they're special, all right. But I mean, there's you specialize in this, and we have Danny Dunson that's on the show. He specializes on a certain.
Danny is quite the accomplished specialist farrier.
All right, so we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we have a 2-for-2 here. So we're going to have Danny Dunson and Mark Wooten going to be joining us here. So if you're not over on YouTube, now's a great chance to go over there right now. Jump on, search Equine Dynamics Mike Stine. Make sure you give him a little follow, a little subscribe, and anytime a new video pops up, you'll get a notification. And we are just getting ready for Christmas coming up at the end of this week. So
yes, we are.
You can figure out what that is right now. So stick around. You're listening to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. He'll be right back. Everything coming clear and everything that you could hear and see us?
Yes.
Okay, good.
All good.
Here we go. Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. Don't forget, you can join the podcast at any time. The way you do that is go over to equinedynamics.com. At the very top of the page says join the podcast. When you click on that, it actually opens up a screen where you can see all the past podcasts. This is season 14, episode 10. You can see all the past podcasts of the last 4 years we've been doing. So we're coming up on our Christmas break here in the next couple of weeks. So now's a great chance. Go out there and get caught up on all the different shows before we start season 15 somewhere in February. I think we've got dates, but I'm not determining what the actual dates are. So jump on over there to YouTube, and you can watch all the different guests that we've had here on the show, all the different people that we've interviewed and stuff. Go over to YouTube as well. But when I say join the podcast, your voice can be heard right alongside of us. It opens up a microphone on your device, wherever you're listening to us on. Your voice can be heard right alongside of us here in the studio. We broadcast every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in a little town called Marshville. And over to my far hand side, my very own Marshvillian is Mike Stine. How are you?
I am doing good, Travis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. And joining us together for the first time, we have Farrier extraordinaire Danny Dunson and DVM Mark Wooten. Thank you very much for joining us this week.
I thought you were going to say it's Farrier extraordinaire Danny Dunson and Mark.
They're like a they're like a superhero combo. You know, it's Batman and Robin. You know, right. You got Danny Dunson and Mark. But you guys are superheroes in your own right. So, Danny, give us a little reminder. You've been on the show before. Just give our new listeners a reminder of who you are and where you came from.
All right, I'm Danny, and I've been shoeing for around 50 years. I met Dr. Rick Redden about 40 years ago, and we started working with the doctor together. I met Mark 35 years ago, and we have been brothers and partners and forever. And we was the first podiatry team really was in the United States. We was one of the first ones. And me and Mark, we get to argue, but we always come to agreement.
Right.
And I can't do what I do without him.
Mm-hmm.
And joining us also this week is DVM Mark Wooten. And what'd you say, Mark? What is your argument called between you and Danny?
We're making sausage.
All right.
Yeah, it gets pretty ugly for a while, but it usually comes out nice and pretty good.
So, and just give us a little bit of background on yourself there, Mark.
Well, I'm a 1982 graduate, University of Tennessee College of Veterinary Medicine. Been practicing here in the Nashville area, 1989. Danny and I met up years ago, about 1990, and have been working together ever since. We've gone through a lot of evolution of our practice together, a lot of laminated cases, and that progressed into more working performance horse and helping those guys out, not just through the hope injection technique, but more working through the fascia, the nervous system of the horse.
Hey, Mark, hold on one second. Mark, whatever room you're in, your voice is breaking up. We're catching every third word. So there might be, it's like a Faraday cage in that room. So you might not have a good outgoing internet connection. If you can just step out in the hallway or something like that. Okay. I know it's asking a whole lot there, but yeah, that room, it's really, you're choppy.
If it starts ringing, Danny can stick his fingers in his ears and it'll stop.
Is that any better?
Yes, that's a lot better. Thank you very much.
I'll just walk around you can get a tour of the barn.
That's fine. So we're going to talk about, you guys, before we went on air here, you guys were starting to talk about the fascia and how it determines shoeing of a horse. Now, give us a breakdown of how the two of you attack that project.
All right. Well, when I start shoeing a horse, I look at the back and the fascials. And where are they sore and foreign? And from that, then I start looking at my x-rays. And from them two on, I get my fascials relief, and I get the back come up about an inch on an average, half to an inch. And it's just reading the horse, and when the pain leaves, I know I've got him right. But when I say I got him right, I've got him all I can do. Right. And Mark has to come in with his chiropractic AK to finish it up.
Mark, you want to take it from there?
Yeah, it's a combination of things. I've really come to believe that my chiropractic work, AK work, can get a lot done, but until the feet are right, I'm beating my head against the wall. The Farrier, I think Danny's the best at it that I work with, that they're neurosurgeons these days. I mean, the effect that they have on the nervous system is blind. You know, you think about it, the very first thing, receptive information to the brain, to the sensory cortex.
Stop.
We're not doing good.
Stop. There's something on your phone, Danny. You're looping. I'm not Danny. Mark. There's something on your phone that your voice is clipping, and there's a I don't know what kind of phone he has, so I don't know how to. If you had a set of headphones, it would probably work a lot better, because what it's doing is your microphone is picking up your voice and coming back, and it's bouncing back and forth. That's why we wear headphones here in the studio, so it doesn't loop. So there's something on your phone that it's not allowing. Do you have a pair of headphones that you can plug in, or Bluetooth headphones?
Not handy. I'll have to.
Well, I mean, if worse comes to worse, Danny's phones work, and they can hand it back and forth. I mean,
If you guys want, yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah, that's why radio people, they have to have headphones on. And there's a setting on your phone that eliminates that, but I don't know what kind of phone you is and what you have. So I'd have to dive into your phone and change that setting. But
Well, let me just leave the thing and go get the Danny.
Yeah, leave the thing, and you and Danny can kind of snuggle up there on the couch and get together.
I may have to get rid of my my Bluetooth where he can hear it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
hang on just a minute. I'm going.
Do you have a Bluetooth on right now?
Yeah, well, through my hearing aids.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, because you're not feeding back.
Yeah.
Hang
on just a...
Let's give him one of your hearing aids.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Hearing aids?
Yeah, let me have one.
There you go.
Oh, what a treat. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Let me hear you, Mark.
Is that any better?
Oh, my God.
That's much better.
Much better. Much better. So.
Okay, great.
All right. So we were talking about the fashion stuff. I hate to repeat what you just said, but Mark, how do you attack it once Danny gets to his certain position?
Well, what I do is I have practiced chiropractic work for a lot of years. Just in the past few years, I went and did some studying with Dr. Carl DeStefano, and he is a chiropractic neurologist and has developed a lot of veterinary techniques of AK and applied kinesiology, working with the nervous system and the muscles and making sure everything's firing properly. And I find a lot of times these horses that are not shod well, balanced, it causes a lot of issues with the nervous system. And that's what I was saying earlier, that I tell these farriers, now you guys are like neurosurgeons. How you work that foot has such an effect on the nervous system and can just affect so much with the horse's ability to move and to perform its task.
So Danny, I mean, would you dive into a program or dive into any kind of situation without, a partner or buddying up with someone like Mark?
I do a lot. I fly a lot over the United States, and I don't have Mark with me. That's the reason I've had to learn the fascials, the pressure points, and I'll usually get x-rays, but it's hard to have a team like me and Mark because we are brothers. We respect each other. We can have discussions that we don't really always understand each other because he comes from a really book stuff, but he's really got into energy shoeing. And it's hard to get that with other vets. They are so smart.
I'm done.
Well, Mark's done. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
But, we get to work together.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick little break, regain our thoughts, and come back, and we're going to dive into a little bit more about this relationship between Danny and Mark. So stick around. You're listening to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. He'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. It's just a... Oops, wrong.
Well, it was working fine, then all of a sudden it wasn't.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know. It's something about that phone. Danny, can you turn your phone sideways?
I can, but it won't switch.
So what kind of phone do you have? Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
At the top of the screen, there should be something called, in the menu section, let me see what on my phone, because I got an Android.
Okay.
There's something that says auto rotate.
Yeah, that's what mine has.
Yeah, you got to put the auto rotate on, so when you turn it sideways, it'll fix the screen to where it turns sideways. There you go. Now turn it. No, that's backwards.
Yep. That's Danny.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, boy.
It's okay. Take your time.
Okay.
Uh-oh, here comes Mike's.
On the bottom right-hand corner of the spring, there's a on mine, there's a thing with circle with two arrows in it that are kind of circling around.
Mine don't have that. Now I can't get it back forward.
Okay. Mine is just, when you rotate it, it's just turning
First semester of DVM school is an iSchool iPhone. Use your phone.
Yeah.
Now turn it sideways. See what happens.
It's not.
Now you got it reversed.
But I'm trying to reverse it now. But
Don't do that.
I sent you a request to flip the camera over. There
we go. Okay. It still won't reverse.
Oh, hold on.
No, just let it go that way. Now it's got the camera that way. We didn't switch that.
Hold on, let's see if I can flip you guys around.
Well, they're in Tennessee, so I don't know. You know.
Sometimes I can flip.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Sometimes I can flip the thing around, but I can't.
For some reason mine won't flip today. And I can't find the setting.
I guess you do need to put that back up.
Yeah, just put it back up. You don't have to bounce in between. All right.
Yeah.
There's nothing on there that says landscape, right? Little button on there that says landscape.
Landscape.
Yeah. All right.
No, I've tried all the buttons.
All right. We'll roll with it. See what happens.
Danny, when you zoom in, zoom out with your camera, you take the phone and move it towards it to zoom in, and pull the phone back to zoom out.
Bad. He's doing a bad joke.
I did that for a long time. One of my customers saw me doing it. So what are you doing? I said, zooming in, zooming out.
Yeah, just pop. Whoever's talking, just pop your head in the screen there.
Right.
All right. Yeah, we can see you. That's perfect.
That
right there.
works. That
That
works.
works great. Stay right there. Don't move. Here we go. Ever.
All right.
Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. Don't forget, you can see all the shenanigans and stuff that happened during the show, the whole entire show. You can see the full-length podcast over on YouTube. We're having a good time with Danny Dunson and Dr. Mark Wooten trying to get their camera to adjust right. So you can see all the trying to fixes and stuff over on YouTube. So
We're much better at treating horses than we are, right?
jump on over there. See the whole entire video over there on YouTube. And over to my far hand side is my very own cinematographer, is Mike Stine. How are you?
I am doing good, Travis and Danny and Mark, and we're just having us a big party today.
We're doing something here. I don't know what it is, but we're doing it, and we're going to do it well. So joining us
There's two ways to do things around here. There's the right way, and then there's our way.
Yeah, and joining us this week on the show is Farrier extraordinaire Danny Dunson, and also DVM, not DMV, DVM Mark Wooten. I know everyone gets that. They got to come up with a better slogan on that. But anyways, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, Mr. Mark Wooten. Thank you very much for joining us. So tell us, between the two of you guys have been working together for a very long time. And we were talking about how you're dealing with the fascia and how that determines how you shoe the horse. At some point, Danny, you have to hit a roadblock because you can only go so far up this street before you have to stop. And not that your knowledge has come to a final end there, but you need to know what's going on inside the horse. And that's where Mark picks up where you stop. So tell us how those roadblocks, what are you hitting, and how the two of you work together to kind of break that barrier down.
Well, when I get the feet right, when I get my part of what I adjust the fascia, then Mark has to start on the muscles and the nerve endings and get everything that I just get everything ready to join up. Then Mark steps in and finish it. And I have some success without Mark on other areas, but with Mark, it gets to go a lot farther.
Right. Back when I was working with Ray Morris, the massage therapist, we worked together a lot, and it was the same thing. We could go much further when we were teamed up.
And Mark, from your end, what are you looking for when Danny comes to you? Do you know exactly what to expect when Danny comes up? I know you guys have got a great relationship together, but let's say you got a brand new farrier that's coming up. What are you looking for when a farrier comes up to you and he's at a roadblock? How do you approach him, and how do you approach Danny in the same sense?
Oh, well, that's always a challenge, working with a new farrier, and there's a lot that are very intuitive, that are really wanting to learn to do everything they possibly can to help a horse, and sometimes that takes taking everything you thought you knew and throwing it away. Because I've done that many times through my career, and Danny's just done the same thing. It's always evolving in how we practice and what we're looking for. So working with a new farrier, is often a challenge if they want to help jump in and see things from a little different perspective. And I'll try and listen to everything that they have to say and put everything together. But we kind of know what's really working, and there are times that just somebody's got to do something different, and I just have to find that balance with other farriers where when it's Danny and I, we just kind of work together, and our work together is still evolving. There's things we're learning and putting together, and so it's and that's what's made it fun. That's what's really made us excited about practice. Right. I mean, I've been practicing now for almost 44 years, but I'm probably enjoying it more than I ever have in my career, because of all the things that we're learning and we're able to do with these kind of tools in the bag when you start throwing in the chiropractic, acupuncture, applied kinesiology, and the evolving form of farrier work that Danny's doing. It's made it a lot of fun.
So I'm going to play...
And we really invite anybody that wants to try and look at this to come and spend some time with us. We would love to help pass this on. The farrier veterinarian teams, it's a lot of fun, and we're very excited about kind of bringing this to other people, because we don't know how long we're going to be able to do it, but we're going to do it as long as we can because we love it.
Right.
So I'm going to play marriage counselor here, and I'm just throwing this out there. What's the worst thing that Danny can do, and in reverse, for Danny, what is the worst thing that Mark can do? Like, where do you guys find the most friction between the two of you after all these years of working together? Oh God, here we go. We're to eat lunch probably.
What would put them to where they're ready to throw their rings down the toilet?
Yeah, exactly.
I can answer that real good. My mouth gets me in more trouble than anything.
Oh, yeah. Nobody believes
I've always
that,
said Danny would be the perfect farrier if he was a deaf mute. But now that Facebook came along, he needed to be illiterate too.
Yeah.
But in reality,
really,
yeah. Go ahead.
Reality, me and Mark really, honestly, we can have discussions. We really don't have friction to a point, because we can be open with our feelings, that we don't hurt each other's feelings. We know we're caring about the horse. We've been together for, like I say, for a lot of years.
So
we've really not really had we've not agreed on everything, but we still learn everything together.
Mike, you were going to say something?
So y'all are managing to do this without using a marriage counselor.
We got Jesus.
There you go. Amen, brother.
And Mark, on your end, what's the worst thing that Danny could do that just drives you absolutely insane? Because I know, being here with Mike, now Mike and I have known each other for only 4 years, not as long as you guys have known each other, and the only thing
what are you trying to get me in trouble, Travis?
Travis has threatened to send me to the marriage counselor.
What marriage counselor are you?
I'm trying to make an entertaining show, and you guys are for me, you're like the perfect couple, and it's like I can't earn my keep for the day. I can't charge you my rate that I normally charge. So I'm trying to pick out the bones and pieces to make it an entertaining show. You don't want to hear everything's hunky dory and we all get along. I want to the audience wants to know.
We want it to be like Jerry Springer.
We get along tremendously. We get along great.
Don't we, honey?
And there's
yes.
no problem between us. Now, when you put an owner between us,
okay,
sometimes that's where the problems show up.
All right, so talk about that.
And we love our owners.
Yes. So
but there are times that we don't work with certain owners that we can't meet their aspirations and that sort of thing, and so therefore we don't have a problem.
You got to pick your fights.
There's the children when they come involved.
All right, well, we're good. You had something to say, Danny, or no?
I was going to say that's it. Mark's real good political to working with clients. That's where I fall short.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put it that way.
I would. I'm very straight.
Yeah.
They're going to know what you think, right, Danny?
All right. Well,
you either love Danny or you hate Danny, but nobody likes him.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we're all going to sing Kumbaya.
Right.
We're all going to be friends. So stick around. You're listening to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. He'll be right back.
I would like to get a little bit on the shoeing.
Okay.
Yep.
On mechanics.
Okay.
Because most people put a too bigger mechanic shoe on, and that really throws the fascials into static.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, we're trying to. I'm trying to get some information out of you guys, which is great. You guys are working. You guys are cute together. But I need to get some.
Are cute.
I need to get some.
He is my sweetie.
But I'm trying to. The audience wants to hear, information and stuff. So I'm trying to pull it out of you guys.
Honestly, me and Mark is never. We don't. I mean, we do get. We've always got along.
Oh, I'm sure you have. All right, you ready, Mike?
And, but I think we need to get into the mechanic.
Right.
Where Mark sees other farriers tries to use mechanics, they get in trouble. They throw everything out of gear.
Okay,
well, a lot of people are
hold it. Save it, because I need that. We got to record it, so hold on. Let me come back, and we'll talk about that, okay? You can't say everything off the air. You have to save it for on the air. Because then you come back, and you're like, oh, what are we talking about? I don't know. What are we talking about?
Oh, we're good at repeating it.
Yeah.
I'm repeating. We're old.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. Don't forget to follow him over on Facebook. And the reason why you're going to do that is because if you're tired of your doom scrolling on your Facebook feed and stuff like that, and then an article comes by that Mike Stine has put up on his Facebook page, and you're an equine person, you're like, well, look at this. I didn't know this. He puts a bunch of different graphs up there, a bunch of drawings, a bunch of schematics, a whole bunch of diagrams and stuff about the horses. So it's a very interesting follow over on Mike Stine over on Facebook. So search him out, Equine Dynamics Mike Stine. He's got a personal page. He's got a regular page. If you post on one, he'll post on the other one as well. So make sure you follow him over on Facebook. And over my far end side, my very own social media guru is Mike Stine. How are you?
I am doing good, Travis. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. And joining us this week, we have the couple of extraordinary farrier, Danny Dunson, and his partner in crime, Dr. Mark Wooten DVM, is joining us this week. Now, where are you guys located at this time around?
I'm located at the Jekyll Center just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and we do a rehabilitative therapy work along with the here at the Jekyll Center, and I do my practice out of here.
Is that where both of you are at right now?
Yes.
Today.
And remind our listeners, Danny, where do you call home?
I call home Sparta, Tennessee. I shoe all over the East Coast now.
Now, how far of a travel is it to the center there where Mark is at?
It's an hour and 45 minutes.
And you fly, walk, bus, ride a bicycle, ride a horse? How do you get there?
I drive here.
Okay.
Hour 45 is just around the corner.
Yeah. I'm just the ass that carries the message.
Well, very good. So the message that we were talking about during the break is Danny, you wanted to dive in a little bit more about the mechanics of shoeing and what farriers are doing wrong and why they don't know that they're doing it wrong.
Okay, most of the time when you're shoeing with mechanic shoeing, everybody tries to shoe to the toe.
Right.
And if you do mechanic shoeing to the toe, that's
Jesus.
for the fascial neck, and that's the biggest thing I hear about mechanic shoeing. Well, it made my horse back sore. So you have to really know how to pull that shoe back from the cornet band about a half an inch. And when you do, you lift that up, depends on which shoe you need, and you'll throw your fascial from not firing and going in spasm. And Mark, I think, sees all of that when the Farrier, when the shoes, the mechanic is not using the right applying of mechanic shoe.
Right. I'll agree with that 100%. You know,
Mark, you want to dive a little bit more into that?
Yeah, and it's not a quick easy learn. I think Danny will be the first to tell you that. He's been through a lot of evolution of how he's shoeing horses to get to where he is today, and what he's getting done today has been amazing to me. And and people start shoeing with the mechanics and try using the mechanics that Danny's doing, and not having the kind of success.
Right.
Actually, and often in cases, kind of making things worse, which
well, they don't completely
difficult.
understand.
But there is the possibility of learning and what they need and looking into it. And there's several of them that are trying and having some success. I think Danny, like I said, he works all over the East Coast, and everywhere he goes, he's got somebody helping with him. And I think some of those guys are really starting to figure it out and helping him.
Now,
and helping a lot of horses.
Danny, is Mark the true DVM that you always work with? And reverse, Mark, how many farriers do you have that you team up with like Danny? Do you have just you and Danny as a one-time thing? Or do you have a relationship with a whole bunch of other different farriers that is this close, working together?
Well, I work with some other vets, some good vets. What we don't communicate as good as me and Mark does, because my shoeing looks out of the ordinary. It's not textbook, and when they look at it, they don't understand, and they don't understand it. But once they see how good my horses are going, then they start asking questions.
Right.
Go ahead, Mike. Mike, you were going to say something.
Shoeing.
Hold on with Danny. Mike wants to say something.
Yeah, I had a little discussion with a farrier in one of the farms I was asked to work on horses on with exactly what you're talking about, and talking about shoe position and all that, and getting people to even want to start to understand sometimes is kind of tough. And Danny and myself, there's a whole lot of times in the last 30 years you and me were right on top of each other and didn't even know each other. As far as crossing paths, but we've both been on similar trails for a long time. And you work with the body workers and everybody else.
There's a lot of farriers that are going down this trail that and probably need to get them together.
Right.
and would be a little different than a lot of the discussions other farriers are having.
Well, that's one of my big things is farriers. So you need to learn to look up. Most of your information is coming from up top, and that's how you got to make your decisions.
100%.
Now, Mark, I asked if you and Danny are like a unique, special combination, or do you have other farriers that you have the same, almost this exact same relationship with?
Well, a couple.
Okay.
I think all of them are a little bit different and bring a little different benefits to the relationship. Danny Nyes is quite unique in that, like I say, we've been working together so long, and he has the freedom to do what he feels like needs to be done, and I have the confidence in him that he does know what he needs to get done, and so it's made it a lot simpler in this situation. In the other, it's a lot of times we have to have a little discussion here because we're not quite going the way that we want to go, and we're not having the response. And the good thing about Danny is he'll pick up the phone when anybody calls and try and help those guys if they will just give him a call.
Right.
And the direction I was kind of leaning towards is I was trying to show how important it is when you're a farrier to have this type of tight relationship with a vet of some sort. And in reverse, a vet having this close of a relationship with a farrier or several farriers and be on a good solid ground basis. Not that you're going to invite them over for turkey dinner, or anything like that. But I mean, it's just, this solid friendship and the cohesion, because in my opinion, what I see, like just walking around and being in the horse world and stuff, sometimes you always see, or I just interpret, like a farrier's got a little chip on his shoulder, and sometimes the DVM has a little chip on his shoulder, like, well, I know this, and the farrier knows. Look at them both shaking their head.
Oh,
and
no, that never happens.
But I'm just saying that chip needs to shrink a little bit, and I think the two of you are showing that chip is shrinking as far as like, I know more than you, you know more than me. I come from this end of the horse, I come from this end of the horse. I'm just trying to prove and show the audience that, hey, look, this is the way it should work. This is the way the two of you or two people from different ends of the horse need to come together to get these horses right, to get them fixed, to get them sound.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I've learned is I'm going to start a new day. I don't want to go on old ideals and look where I'm wrong.
Right.
Because I make mistakes every day, and it's okay to make mistakes. But
We
when
all
I do, I'm going to straighten. I don't hide my mistakes. I admit real quick, hey, I screwed this up. Let's try something else.
Right.
And that's what Mark and me I can look at and say, man, I screwed up. He said, well, let's fix it. There's nobody passes the buck. We're a team.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, well, every time you see a horse, something is different for all of us. And one place where I've run into problems, I've got situations where people will communicate directly with me, and then it comes through the grapevine, and you're playing telephone. And that, for me, that never works well. If that's the way we got to operate, I soon want to not do that. I want the professionals to call me whatever you want to. I don't care, but just communicate directly with me.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take a quick little break, one more little segment, and we'll let you get back to playing with your ponies. So stick around. You're listening to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. He'll be right back. That sounds like a baler or something in the background. What is that noise? That machine noise?
It's ice maker.
Oh, is it? Okay. It's not bothering me. It just, I hear that noise and I picture, what a cardboard baler is. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I'll say a baler. That doesn't sound like a baler. Danny, you know what a baler sounds like, don't you?
Yes, sir.
I didn't think that sounded like a baler.
Not a hay baler. I'm talking.
But you got to understand where the source came from.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. Don't forget, if you'd like this podcast to perform out at your clinic, your location, we were invited out to the Christmas pageant show. Party, whatever it was, this past Friday. We went out there. Actually, Mike couldn't make it, so I had to go there and represent the show. But we had a good time. Everyone had fun was had by all. But you can have this show, this clinic, show up at your location for any kind of events you got going on, end of the year parties. We'll go there too. Just go over to equinedynamics.com at the very top of the page. It says clinics, pencil you in, or we'll pencil you in. Fill out that little form. And if you don't want to go on the air and ask Mike a question, that's fine. You can always email Mike Stine a question anyways, and we'll send you out some swag, some stickers. You got any of those Christmas stickers left?
Yeah, a couple.
All right. So we got a couple left. I don't know if they're going to get to you in time for Christmas, but still, you can have it for next year.
Tell you, one thing this time of year, I got a lot of customers that give me Christmas presents, so I end up built a stockpile in my coal pile.
Yeah.
They'll give me a lump of coal.
They'll keep you warm during the winter. And over to my far right side, my very own Bah Humbug is Mike Stine. How are you?
I'm doing good, Travis. How are you? And how are you guys doing?
And joining us this week on the show, we have Farrier extraordinaire Danny Dunson and Mark. No. And Mark, who's a doctor, DVM, joining us all the way from Tennessee, I'm assuming. Both of you are in Tennessee right now.
Yeah, the Jekyll Center.
The Jekyll Center.
Correct.
All right, so what did we learn today, Mike?
What did we learn today?
We learned that Danny and Mark are a unique duo, but this unique duo that we're talking to should be more common than unique.
Right.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have a farrier who's coming from one end of the horse, and you've got a doctor, a veterinarian that's coming from another end of the horse, and the two of these guys have this cohesion together where they both respect each other, they both know each other, and they've got this solid relationship. Now, relationships start somewhere. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, it's got to, they got to come through, meet in the middle, and everything in the middle transfers all the way to from the back to the feet, from the feet to the back. And if you're not working together, you have a collision in the middle, and the horse doesn't like it.
So, with all this being
good way of putting it.
So, with this being said, guys, what do you want the audience to know between you as an individual, as a farrier, and as a doctor of veterinary medicine, and then you as a team? So, Danny, take it away.
All right. To me, I love what me and Mark has. If I find something new, I found about the fascials in shoeing about 5 years ago. And nobody was really looking at that. And I come to Mark. He didn't think I was crazy. He didn't understand it because I was finding stuff he wasn't. And we've worked together and evolved where we're at today. And I feel comfortable telling him stuff that I found. If I talk to other people, I say that I've lost my mind. But it's just such a relationship. I can talk to him and be all honest what I'm feeling. And he might not understand at the time, but we work to it. And he does the same thing. He finds new stuff. And we come together and we work as a team how we can make that bigger and better for the horse.
And Mark? Huh? What?
Mark, are you with us?
I was just thinking about how I should follow that up. And as far as owners, what they should be looking for, they have to have a farrier and a veterinarian that are willing to work together and look at this. And some of it has to evolve beyond what I learned as a veterinarian in vet school.
Nope.
I think Danny hung up on us.
I tried to phone in to Danny's phone.
There you go.
Are you there?
Yep.
It wasn't me.
Go ahead. We can hear you. Continue.
Yeah, hello.
Uh-oh. We can still hear. Yep.
You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
They locked up.
No, you're good. Oh, Jesus Christ. See,
well,
Mark was screwing around with his phone. He was trying to connect and trying to do everything else, try to be fancy.
What did we do?
There
you
yeah.
are. There you are.
I see you.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Mark, stop playing with your phone.
I wasn't mine. Somebody tried calling Danny.
Oh, okay.
Actually, looked like a Dr. Redden was trying to call into Danny.
Well, doesn't he know that you guys are doing
he's trying to straighten us out. He must have been watching this.
that you are doing a very important equine show with Mike Stine, not to interrupt the show. I don't care what's going on in the world.
Watch this.
I don't know what's going on in the world. I don't care. This is one important right now. So tell Doc Redden he's just going to have to
tell Doc Redden
the
this
world
is like
stops when Rick calls.
Well, this is like somebody interfering with his deer hunting.
Right, exactly.
That's right.
So, Mark, you kind of left off of as far as what people should expect and what they should know.
Yeah, I mean, it's so critical having a farrier and veterinarian that'll work together, and it's even more than that, in my opinion. Now, with what I'm seeing is, and I see this all the time, a lot of horses that are determined as lame that have had or have all kind of extremity issues addressed, the neck problems, this and that, and injected this and inject that, where it really comes down to improper function of the nervous system and how critical how the horse is shod and that they are properly shod, so that and then some of the work that I do and a lot of other people that are doing this kind of work can step in and give relief to that, because so much of the horse's lameness issues, not so much extremities, but more body, just body pain and muscle pain and that sort of thing that just aren't allow them to function properly.
Right. And I don't think a lot of people.
And,
go ahead, Mike. You were going to say.
I don't think a lot of people relate body pain to what's going on with the feet, but it's form follows function, function follows form, and like you're talking about the nervous thing, they get too many nervous problems. The horse wants to go to the nervous hospital.
Yeah, well, and it can and there's those horses. I get those horses that they aren't going to tolerate much pain at all, and so therefore they're not going to work. They're not going to perform.
Right.
And you can look at those horses all day and say, well, he's not lame, so therefore he must not be hurting. Well, they've got a lot of pain with their body, and they're just not going to put up with it. And
Right.
then you get those horses that are so stoic that they'll just grit their teeth and go through
They just go no matter
and they
what.
won't give you those kind of behavioral issues.
Mike, anything else you want to add?
No, I think that pretty well covers it, because some of them are so stoic, it doesn't matter what's going, they are going to go and not going to flinch.
All right, where can our listeners get a hold of you
Right.
guys, and where can they get your contact information? Danny, I'll start with you.
At Dunson Farrier Service at yahoo.com. And my phone number is 931-260-7624.
7624. Okay. And Dr. Mark, go ahead.
You can reach us on the Jekyll Center webpage, or Equine Performax Veterinary Services and Rehabilitative Services on the webpage. And we are vet services at jekyllcenter.com. And the office number is 855-523-2553, extension 2.
And does that come right to your desk?
I'll come right to my office.
Okay. Not your personal phone?
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. After hours, everything comes straight to my personal phone.
Oh, that's always an enjoyment.
Yeah.
All right, guys, on that note.
Well, I can.
On that note,
that.
if you'd like us, if you want to reach out to us, make sure you follow us over on YouTube. Search Equine Dynamics Mike Stine over on YouTube. If you have any questions for Mike Stine, go to equinedynamics.com, and make sure you follow him on Facebook as well. On behalf of Mike Stine over there,
have a good day. Enjoy your ponies, and thanks, guys. It's always a treat.
And we'd like
pleasure.
Hey, Merry Christmas, guys.
And Merry Christmas.
And we'd like to thank Farrier extraordinaire Danny Dunson and also Dr. Mark Wooten for joining us this week on Equine Dynamics with Mike Stine. My name is Travis.
Thank you, guys.
My name is Travis, and see you next week.
All of the doggies are in.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
There we
All of your
recording
work
is off.
is done.
That's okay. Yeah, I've got to put in when I do my notes and stuff that the headphones or whatever it's going to be required, because this is like the second time we've had this happen before. It's not your fault. It's
Well, that's why Travis has me here to handle the